Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gaming Finds Podcast, episode 18. Today I'm joined by Mikey, James, Bill, and Josh.
We got the whole
Hey,
podcast crew for once.
finally.
Yes. That's wrong. We don't got
Why are your intros so bad?
Josh.
Why do you always take shots at his intros?
Why do you start like, hello everybody?
Hey, you missed last podcast.
Hey,
You was
last
going for
week-
the
last week
sensual,
it was
like,
sensual.
radio. Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice. Why do I
got
miss out
got
on
a
the good
boner.
intro? That ain't right.
I got a
That's true,
boner.
actually.
Yeah. Well.
He did it just
Dylan,
because you
redo
weren't
the
there.
intro. Redo
No,
the sensual
we're
intro.
continuing.
Fucking rude.
That was last week's. So let's
That was
go.
Last week's. This week's is Get the Fuck Shit Road Go.
What?
Yeah, okay.
Now we're talking. That's an intro I can get behind.
Yeah.
All
Joined
right.
today by fucking Mikey, James the Fuckface Cook.
Whoa.
I was gonna say Bill Daniels, but he's just Bill Daniels.
Okay.
You've already introed us. What's happening?
Yeah.
I'm just pretty.
I would have
done.
expected Burn Daniels.
I was thinking about
Yeah.
that as well, but I didn't want to because that's not nice.
And me,
I would have accepted
fuckface.
He already said I was a fuckface for some
Yeah,
reason,
you're
so
just-
I'm confused.
I wasn't. You're not part of this.
Oh!
Well, this is off to a good start. So anyone got some news or interesting tidbits to speak of?
I like Timbits.
Holy
Yeah,
hell.
that's a
That's a
Canadian thing. We like Timmy's here.
James,
So,
you want to
Mikey.
talk about your thing?
I have
Okay.
a thing.
Nah, Bill wants to talk to me. Hi, Bill. How you doing, buddy?
So Mikey, how's that Total War Warhammer going?
Yeah, it's pretty shit.
Is it?
Well, this he was off.
No,
Like,
it's really good.
blunt about it.
That's what he always
I
does.
just-
That's what
I
he
know.
I know.
That's his
I
shtick.
can't help myself. But yeah, it's pretty fun. I just finished my campaign as the Greenskins, which are
buddy.
orcs. If you
That's
hadn't put
racist.
that together,
That's racist.
it is a kind of race name that Dylan would come up with.
Oh!
True.
What? Everybody's a Blanca. What's going on?
Oh.
But yeah, it's pretty. It is the kind of thing. I was worried it wouldn't work because I love one of the reasons I love the old Total War like Rome games and stuff is because it's very interesting, the historical elements of it, and
hmm
taking and like fighting all these old battles and with all these legendary old things like
Yeah.
fucking elephants and legions and stuff.
Mhm.
And I was worried that without that, kind of like how Civ Beyond Earth lost a lot of charm that the other civilizations had. I was worried it would be a little bit shit, but it works really, really, really well.
Yeah, and it looks
And-
pretty as hell.
Yeah, and just it's not like a usual Total War game because it's not a complete just clusterfuck. So
hmm
like it actually works as a game. There aren't really any problems. So happy times. Now I'm gonna ask a
uh,
question
uh,
question about this. Game.
Um,
Okay, cool. Here we go. So I've never
We
played a
apologize in
total
advance.
war game.
uh,
No, he said he
uh,
could ask a question, not make a statement. Questions are fine.
Questions lead.
So
into
I've never played a
statements.
total war game, and I've played maybe 20 minutes of Civ. Does this game? I know they're completely different, and I'm pretty sure they take place in two different time eras and whatnot. But does it have any similarities to Civ other than the fact that they're just both RTS?
Oh.
Well,
Neither are RTS. Civ is a 4X strategy game, and then RTS, Mikey can take that.
yeah, basically Total War. So the main element of Total War, the main draw is the fact that you actually fight the battles. So you make your armies and stuff, but then you control the actual armies in
Oh,
the battles. really? So you have like all your different units, and it's like because the old classic ones is like with Total War Rome and stuff is that you had like your whole Roman army and you'd have all the different units of like legionnaires, you'd have the cavalry, you'd have the archers, you'd have the
Okay.
onagers and whatever, and then you would do all the maneuvers, and you would fight out in open. You'd fight like city siege battles, and you'd fight like whatever and whatever. And then you also, the only element which is kind of like Civ is that there's the kind of grander element of it of you also do like manage your cities and build these armies and move around the map and stuff, and that's
Okay.
Civ like, but it's kind of like 25% of the game.
See, I never knew that Civ wasn't an RTS. You can call me a retard or whatever. Because really, the only game I ever played was way back in the day. I played Age of Empires. I'm pretty sure it was Age of Empires
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
So
that was
the key is that RTS is real-time strategy game.
Okay.
So you can, when you're playing Age of Empires, everything, the whole game is happening. It just happens, and you're doing stuff
Yeah.
in real time. Civ, you've played a little bit of Civ, you can literally walk away from Civ at any point. If you're playing single player, and you
Yeah.
haven't got like a multiplayer turn time, you can walk away from Civ at any time, and do anything, and it's over, and the time it's on is over the period of like 1,000 fucking years. So it's not like,
more,
well, yeah, many thousands of years.
like 6,000, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the difference between RTS and 4X.
Okay. Okay.
Learning with Gaming Refined.
Yeah.
And then Total War is beyond that because technically RTS, if you want to get into the niche part of it, an RTS game usually involves building, whereas this only has static armies, unless you're in the 4X portion of the game.
Now, is
Yeah,
it
that's the
Total
thing, it's
War
kind of
that
a
I'm
hybrid.
thinking of, or the new Civ that's dropping, where you can take? I'm just going to use these two groups as an example. Like you can take, like cavalry and like bowmen, like people with just bows and arrows, and you can combine them into one unit. Is that Civ 6 that's doing that, or is
That's-
that Total War?
Gonna be Civ 6, but you could already do that kind of thing the whole time with Total War. Like from the start, you could kind of rearrange your units how you wanted them just by kind of grouping them
okay.
together how you like them.
Alright.
You know.
I've only
But
heard
yeah,
good
Total
things
War,
about
a good
Total
game.
War.
Although it is kind of a disgrace that they didn't call it Total Warhammer.
I know.
Yeah, it's Total War of Warhammer. Like
But they got to
I watched.
they got to keep
I've
the
watched-
individuality of their IPs.
Like I was watching a few podcasts and these guys sponsored them, and just hearing the ad read is absolutely horrendous. So they'll always stumble over the words. They're like Total War Hammer, and then they're like, nope, that's not right. Total War Warhammer.
It's Total
It just sounds awful.
Warhammer. It's not hard. It's
Just
just stumbling.
no, I know, but it just
It's
sounds
Total War Hammer.
Roar, roar. It's like an elite calling out. It's like, this is a Total Warhammer. Roar. Roar, roar.
Blarg.
Blarg, blarg.
Yeah, I've only ever heard good things about this, like online and everyone else that I know actually plays it. They've only ever really had good things to say about it.
Would have.
So I might actually
it's
check it
good.
out.
Now we're gonna go to something else.
It's a nice game. Yes. Okay. What are we going to talk
Take
about?
us away,
then?
Dylan. Where are we going? Take me somewhere
Take
nice.
me away.
We
to
have
that
a
special
few things to
place,
talk
that
about. We
blowjob
could-
place.
Dylan, where do you want to go?
Well, just one thing is I've like.
You want to go on your tangent?
No, it's not a super tangent at all. It's just you haven't said anything bad yet, so we're just gonna go
We'll
with
keep it that way.
yeah. The
Oh.
new Hog Wild trailer for Halo 5 Guardians came out, showcasing what's coming out in the new.
Isn't it live
free
already?
update. No, that was the Memories of Reach update that came out just
Oh, okay.
under a month ago.
No,
or
I
so.
think Hog Wild actually came out today.
If it came out
Yeah,
today,
I was
that's
gonna-
amazing, and I want to do it because they've got like warthogs with custom skins and stuff now, and they've got a
Like,
warthog that
different weapons and
fires
shit.
needlers, but it also has shields.
Do they have a warthog that fires warthogs?
Custom games.
Wait, here we go. Ready, guys? Hog Wild, Halo 5's newest free rec drop is now available. It features all kinds of new recs, including hyper-lethal warthogs, high-tech loaded weapon variants, sleek armor, beautiful weapon skins, and emblems, but no maps, which makes me sad. But oh well.
Yeah.
That was a
Can't win
good
them all.
read, James. That was a very
It,
good
it
read.
was they posted this on the community thing on the Xbox section. But yes,
I could probably look over and see that, but I'm not. But yeah, no, I'm very happy with the content that's been coming out of fucking Bungie 343 lately. Had a big oopsie there.
can't say Bungie.
I can't say Bungie. And just because like you don't see nowadays where it's like, hey guys, we're gonna drop new DLC for you, and yeah, it's $40, $50. You want all these new maps?
Wait, $60. $60 sold.
Yep. Buy a second.
But this
game,
new
get
stuff
the
right
maps.
now, like this latest
Yeah.
thing right here, is
Yep.
pretty much just what like COD's doing with like adding guns to the supply drops and shit. It's like stuff where you can have a better chance of getting it if you pay money, or you can just play a long time and maybe get one of these things.
Yeah.
See, you don't have to play that much Halo 5 though. Like I've played maybe
To
10
get any
hours
of these
in
no,
new
Halo
things,
5.
no.
yeah.
James is correct in the sense of
It's like
If-
120K.
yeah, it's
Oh, okay. Well, that's yeah, but I'm just saying, like to open rec packs, it's not that much work.
It's not that bad, but James also was an idiot and he didn't follow Dylan's advice in the whole thing. Of he's like, I gotta open a bunch of gold packs so I can get super rare items. And I'm like, no, James, you should probably open up a bunch of silver packs so you can get rid of your common.
I've already
rares."
opened up way too many silvers, so
And then he's like,
I go back
but
and
I
open the
don't
silver
have my-
pack and I
I
got my
don't-
sniper.
yeah, I don't have my like all my silver packs done. I'm just going to gold because I want more bang for my buck. And it's like, you're wasting your buck. You're wasting your buck and you're losing your bang. Because when you open a gold pack, it's a guaranteed 2 perma unlocks and it has a greater chance for like ultra rares or higher. The
I
thing
don't
with
think that's true. Is a permanent unlock count as armor and stuff? Because
Yes.
all I got
Yes.
kept getting was armor. Okay,
Yes.
yeah, okay.
And
Yes.
emblems
I was
too.
thinking like certifications.
armor and emblems, no, permanent unlocks, armor, emblems, certifications, loadouts and stuff like that.
Guns, yeah.
Yep, all
Like
that
the
stuff.
guns that like the
If you
DMRs and the
just,
SMGs.
like, you literally have to get like probably 50 to 100 silver packs, and then you're probably okay to start doing golds.
I was probably at like 60 then because I
Ah.
just opened one last silver pack not too long ago and I got
Yeah.
my sniper finally and I was like so hyped just because it took me how long? This game's been out since last
November?
September?
Oh yeah, you
I
got
love
it
how
not
much
too long
you
ago.
raged.
I was
I
right
love-
No,
there.
October, last October.
Yeah.
Love how much James raged when I opened up a pack and got the Banshee and the Sniper in the same pack, and he had
I
neither at the
still don't
time.
have a Banshee and I'm still cheap.
Didn't Josh get something awesome in his first pack
He
too?
got a carbine on his first pack. He got carbine.
Oh yeah, it took Bill a
certifications.
while to get that.
Yeah.
It didn't take me too long though. Like I still got
It
it the
took
first
you
week
more
we
than the
played.
first day you played it, so
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the first week we played.
First person to get a DMR as well, right here.
yeah. Even though everyone's probably like, yeah, we've gotten that like 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, just unlucky.
Yeah.
But-
It's bullshit.
Weirdly enough, I lately, like whenever we hop on Halo, I have a lot more fun on Halo 5 than I have been on Black Ops 3 for the longest time. I haven't
Focus
touched Black
Infection's
Ops
fun
3
again.
and probably no, like even if we're just like doing Slayer and shit like that, I'm actually really starting to enjoy Halo, which is weird for me because I always didn't really like Halo. Like I played a bit of Halo 2 at my friend's house doing split screen and shit like that, and it was okay. But like I'd rather play Medal of Honor split screen and shit like that. Like that's just where I was back then. But now I've like Call of Duty's cool and all, and I'm buying the next one because of Modern Warfare. But I'm kind of more excited for the new Halo.
I
Well-
wouldn't get your hopes up on that.
And we don't even like the next Halo coming out is probably going to be Halo Wars 2, and then after that Halo
Ah,
6. Like,
Okay,
next
I'm
year.
excited for
That
Halo
isn't really
Wars
a
2.
Halo.
Hey, it has Halo in the title. It's a Halo game.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, that,
It's in the
they
Halo
said
universe.
that the next event that they're showing off Halo at. I don't know if the next event they're showing it off at is E3, but they're showing off the first Halo Wars reveal with some playable shit too.
nice. Halo Wars was
That's
an
kinda cool.
interesting
I never
game.
played it.
Never expected
I liked
them
Halo
to
Wars.
do- Yeah, Halo Wars, the
Yeah.
story in it, I actually thought they did really well for, like, it felt like it was almost like written, like the gameplay, the story gameplay, I should say, was written by one of the actual writers that write the book, either like Eric Nyland or, what was the other person? There's a bunch of Halo writers, but
And some of them use pseudonyms, so you don't even know if it's a real person, like
yeah,
what you're
exactly.
supposed to call them.
But like the people who wrote like the actual start, like the fall of Reach, the
Mhm.
flood, all that stuff, and it's like the
Are
story
you talking about
was
William
proper.
Dietz or whatever?
You know what I would like to see?
I have no idea.
I would like to see like they have like somewhat co-op play,
He's one
like
of the
because you can
authors.
obviously do team games. So it'd be really nice if they had like co-op story, because co-op's a really big part of Halo. So co-op
Didn't they
story would
have
be really
that?
nice.
No, they
Did
didn't.
they have it?
Pretty
I
sure
don't
they
remember
had
them
that.
having
Yeah,
that.
they
No.
had that. They had that co-op story. Yeah,
Did
because
they?
that's all I
Did
ever
they?
played. I would play co-op story with Ricky's brother, and we would just go
Ah.
through on Legendary. That's all I've ever done. That's how you would get all the achievements and shit.
I'm a little confused.
Oh, okay. Well, they need to keep that then if they did have that, because I don't remember that.
Like we're like Halo Wars 1, right? We're talking about co-op story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if they have it, then I want them to keep it, because I don't remember playing that.
Yeah. Either way, the Halo Wars it was really fun. I enjoyed it, and
It
it's
wasn't bad
really-
on the controller.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't terrible for an RTS on a controller. Yeah, no, actually, there were some things where it was like as long as once you were experienced with it, you could flash around the map really quickly and whatnot. But when you first started, you're like, "Fuck! Why is this guy all the way over here? I have to scroll all the way over there." No.
So is it one of those games where you can see like relatively instantly like that you've gotten better? Like I feel like in Call of Duty, if you get better, you don't really
Feel a
notice it.
lot of
Like,
things.
oh my. Well,
A
no,
lot of
like,
emotions.
Yeah.
No, just
You're
hear me out.
very
Like when you're playing
feeling
COD. No, I'm just saying, like, when you're playing COD and you get better, you don't really notice it, right? Like, you're like, oh, my aim is a little better, that's about it. But it seems like in RTS games, if you get better, it is definitely noticeable.
Here's the difference
Well,
between
yeah, speed
if
is
you're
a factor and
good,
shit.
if you're getting good in Call of Duty, you may drop a little bit more kills. If you're getting good in an RTS, you're not gonna
You win.
lose.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, is Halo Wars, like, is
It's-
it that
it's-
same
Any
kind of
RTS.
stats?
Yeah, it's any
RTS is just like
yeah. RTS
building
is just
shit at the right
basically-
times and
yeah,
speed and knowing when to attack and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
strats and
All right,
moves.
so to get away from RTS talk, I'm gonna bring something up relatively quickly because I don't think I brought it up last podcast.
Well, we'll tell you if you did.
So, has anyone here read my news article on the Pokemon Go stuff?
Nope.
Nope.
Yep.
It's actually really cool. So,
He told me
what's
to,
going down is,
Well, that's cheating.
I think it was this week or last week, they've released an open beta for New Zealand, Australia, and Japan. And those guys are able to beta test and whatnot. The beta is going to be open in the States relatively soon. And basically, you get early access to the game, kind of like with what Smite was before. So, an American release is coming in a couple weeks. And as I was reading more about Pokemon Go and the beta and whatnot, I learned some really cool aspects about the game. Apparently, you can go to certain landmarks and shit like that. So, say you're in Toronto, you go to the CN Tower or the Sky Dome or whatever. There could be a Pokemon gym in there. You sit there and you battle him out. You lower his prestige, which is basically like the gym's level. You lower it down to 0, and then you run the gym. And as you progress through it, your levels and whatnot, you can add more Pokemon to the gym. And if you get an alliance with people, they can help run the gym with you. Or you and your alliance can go out and take on and defeat stronger gyms and gym leaders and so on and so forth. I don't know. I think this is actually a really cool way for Pokemon to branch off just from the handheld Game Boy games and shit like that. I think this is probably
Game
their
Boy.
their best bet.
Totally
Right?
just
Like-
imagined in my head a group of kids, and they're gonna like walk around like mobster style.
like all
shit.
thug-like. Yeah.
No, mobster style, like legit, like Al Capone kind of days, and like go up to Jim, and be like, "Listen here, you're swimming in the big sea right now, and you could use some protection. Now, for a small fee, your organization could have a nice new addition to its roster, if you feel what I'm saying. But you see, my boys over here, we're scouting you out. We see you've got some rare Pokemon. I think you know what I'm talking about here. And I just want to see mobster children run around collecting Pokemon.
That is very possible. Also, hasn't been confirmed yet, but it is in talks that at certain like very big landmarks, I'll use these as an example, like the Wall of China, the Eiffel Tower, and shit like that. Like certain
Motherfucker, I'm
really
not going
big
to the Wall of
landmarks.
China to play
No, 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 no,
Pokemon.
no, no. Hold on. There'll be legendary Pokemon, but the thing is if you caught it, there are ways like you could go back and possibly catch it again and whatnot. But you are able to trade for it via fucking online shit. Kind of like how on the newer Game Boy things they have this random Pokemon thing where
Why do
you say the
keep saying
Pokemon you
Game
want
Boys?
and then you offer.
'Cause
On the
he's
DS,
a
okay? I'm sorry.
1990s
I'm-
kid. Or, you know,
Exactly.
He's got his Game Boy Advanced, and he's got a flashlight taped to his.
But
ear,
it's like
so-
on the new Game Boys. Wait,
Yeah.
the Game Boy like SP back in like 2000.
Okay, I'm
2004.
sorry. The Nintendo DS, the 3DS, whatever it
There you
is.
go.
It goes beyond that at this point, even.
Yeah.
The new 3DS.
Woo!
There you go.
The new
You should've
3DS
dropped the new-
XL.
You can
Fuck.
fucking
Point
trade online
five.
and shit like that, and you don't actually have to be like in the same country or anything as people to just trade with them. So I'm assuming they're gonna do something similar to that with Pokemon Go. They're also gonna be selling bracelets that you can buy for it. They're not mandatory or anything like that, but you can wear a bracelet that has like a little Pokeball emblem on it, and it'll
Yeah.
vibrate and light up whenever you encounter a wild Pokemon. But your phone does the exact same thing. So
But
it's
yeah.
unnecessary, but it's just an accessory you could have.
That is gonna sell billions.
It will. And I'm actually hyped for Pokemon Go. Like, I was talking to a few friends, and they're like, you're going to probably play it for a week, and that's about it. I'm like, hey, even if that's the case, it'll be a cool little experience just for that week
It
or
will
so.
be the week that your younger, like 9-year-old self always dreamed of.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I've always wanted as a child, to be able to catch Pokemon,
Nah,
be able
man.
to see Pokemon in the real world. And for a very brief period of time, you will be able to. Like, when you hold your phone up and you encounter a wild Pokemon, you see the real world behind that Pokemon, and it's just sitting there on your screen. You throw your Pokeballs at it and shit like that.
I've always
just
I know,
knock 'em
I'm
over with a
actually
I'm just
hyped
Pokeball.
for
saying
it.
now, and I know, Mikey, Mr. Nintendo hate, and I might surprise you boys here. You know, you're gonna think that I'm gonna say it's gonna be bad.
But
But
you
what
are.
I'm actually gonna say is it's going to be fucking terrible. And it's just
See,
gonna
that's what I
be-
was going with.
The worst fucking thing, and it's just gonna.
Cash grab.
Oh, see, what I'm thinking when you were talking about the little mafioso kids, Dan, is I was thinking actual literal mafias, because like how it's going to be less than a day before someone gets stabbed over Pokemon Go.
What? This is
Like
an
someone's
interesting turn of events.
someone's owning this gym or whatever. Like,
That
oh, I
escalated
can't kill them with my
quickly.
Pokemon. I'll fucking kill them.
What? That's some diehard Pokemon fans.
You know what?
I need this gym,
He
man.
isn't
I need this
wrong,
gym.
It's gonna
though.
fucking happen. People are gonna get fucking shot over fucking Pokemon Go.
And we will cover
But-
it in our latest news.
It's still gonna be shit. It's not gonna work. It's gonna be one of those things where there's so much room and so much potential, and there's like grand kind of like theory behind it, and it's just not gonna fucking work. Like you're not gonna go to the fucking CN Tower to fucking do a gym battle with some fucking 12-year-old.
Well, see, that's
then
the
gonna
thing.
stab
Is
you.
it's not necessarily just gonna be the same house. Like it could be even local areas. Like they even said, like local museums, libraries, and shit like that. Right? So
Are you gonna go to a fucking museum? So-
No.
so,
Well, I
like,
don't go to
catch a fucking
museums as
Kabuto.
is, so kind of actually.
Like
To be honest, I don't know how much I'm gonna play this, but I'm definitely gonna give it a try and see what all the.
the
fuss
idea
is
of
about.
it is like, yeah, you can.
yeah,
do this kind of
exactly.
thing. You ain't gonna leave your fucking house, mate. Like, it could be fucking like, it could be like, oh, catch a Mewtwo in your bathroom, and you'll be like, I can't really be bothered.
I'd rather play Smite.
That's not
It's
true.
just like, but
No, that's what
Yeah.
you would say, James.
I know, but you said it out of your mouth, so I was like, that's not true.
He was using you as an example, you fuckwit. But anyway, I'm
I was
actually gonna
using
give it a
everyone as
go.
an example.
Oh,
Exactly.
okay,
I mean,
that's
yeah, I
what
mean,
you
obviously,
do.
you gotta give it a go. Who knows? Maybe it'll be
I'm gonna
wonderful.
have to. Yeah, that's what I'm
But-
hoping for. I'm shooting high, but my expectations are relatively low.
That's completely the opposite of what. You can't
Like,
be
I would-
shooting high, but also having low expectations.
No. Like I'm hoping for it to be.
You
a great
want to
game,
do
but
good, but you
yes.
don't have expectations. Like he wants
Yeah,
it
but
to
Exactly.
you do
be
have
good.
expectations, though.
Yeah, that's true. He does.
There are certain things like I want to know if like the things I want to know are like, do you start off with a starting Pokemon, and if so, how is that determined? Is that based on region, like where you live and shit like that? That's the shit I want to know at this moment. And I want to know, is there alternative ways to getting balls like the Master Ball, the Ultra Ball, and the Great Ball, except besides spending real life money?
Well, actually,
Because at the
hold on.
moment,
So,
at the moment, I know you can spend money to get Poke power-ups and other items, but I don't know if those other items include Pokeballs and shit like
Jesus,
that.
what?
but yeah, so what I was
It's just
gonna
going to
get
be a
at is,
glorified shitty mobile game.
Josh,
Pretty-
you just said yourself that there's a beta in those 3 like countries, right? So there should
Yeah.
be some sort of like, are they like bound to like not talk about it online, like to show like
I would
their
assume so.
experiences?
I would assume so. Yeah.
But it's not like, I don't know. I guess it's just, yeah, it's true. I guess. But I was hoping like someone would post like what it's all about and like how, if like what their thoughts are on it and shit like that.
Yeah, I would agree, but I'm also saying
They're probably
that
not allowed. Yeah,
They're probably not. Yeah.
that's unfortunate.
But I don't know. It would be like, well, I guess we'll find out when it hits the States, because they're gonna break a rule somewhere. Like someone's gonna break that rule eventually, especially once like more regions are becoming available to it. Like right now, Canada, you can't even sign up for it.
Yeah.
So once more
Well-
regions are accepted into this beta, I see someone leaking something.
Yeah, that's probably bound to happen. But that's enough Pokemon Go talk for the time being, seeing how it's all
Gonna
just
be
going to be
shit.
speculation. And, well, have any of you guys been, like, hyped for No Man's Sky, or are you guys still kind of just, like...
To be
meh?
honest with
I'll be
you,
honest.
I didn't even.
I don't even know
sorry.
what it is.
Yeah, exactly. That's in the
What?
I'm in
It's
the
one
exact
that-
same boat.
Everybody, no, everyone's heard about
one of
it,
those games
at
where
least
I've
once.
seen it. I've seen it as so many different things at this point. But it's just like blended together into loads of other random shit I've just seen at E3. And I've
Yep.
heard about it
But-
loads of times, and I remember seeing some pictures. I have no fucking idea what that game is at this point. I don't give
All
a
you have to
shit.
remember,
That's
it'll spark your
basically where
memory
I am.
when you say this. It's that one game with like the infinitely procedurally generated galaxy that you'll like no one will find
Okay.
every planet because there's just such a huge grand scale to it that
Yeah.
like this guy will be like, oh,
That
this one's
don't even
my
help me.
my planet because I found it, and then
Basically, it's a game
Okay, that's
where
gonna
you
be
get
shit
a
as well.
ship, and you get to fly around. You get to explore planets and whatnot, and pretty much you can almost guarantee that out of the trillion, whatever is over trillions of stars and
infinite,
planets,
don't even- no, just-
yeah,
no.
just all of it.
more.
What's funny though is they said that there is a center. There is a definite center, and nobody will
Ew.
start there.
Yeah, that's crazy. But like, at first when I thought of it like that, I thought it was just an exploration game, but apparently it's actually classified as like an adventure survival game, and there's
Yes.
actually like space battles and stuff.
Yeah.
And when you go to like a random planet, there'll be like this weird like alien, like no, it's not necessarily alien, but technically it's alien to us. But there'll just be like random wildlife that's trying to kill you and shit, and you're like, whoa! And it's gonna be like different for each planet, and it's gonna be unique. So that's kind of cool.
I
But
I honestly never heard about this game until Reddit a couple days ago.
I heard it at like last E3.
Yeah.
Just kept.
It's
Oh,
the
I've
game
probably
that's
seen
just
it at
getting
E3, but-
delayed and whatnot. It
I like
But the
how
point of all of
James's
this-
way of saying E3 is going last E3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it said 2014
no, you know,
and then
E3
2015.
2014.
Yeah, I just. Yeah. But either way, the
Anyway.
point of all of this is if you are hyped for it, you're gonna have to wait a longer period of time to get it, and it's not
How
even
much
that
longer?
crazy long. It went from June 22nd to August 9th in North America, August 10th in Europe, and August 12th in the UK. So
That's
it's
nothing.
like a month. Yeah, it's like a month and a bit, right? And people are kind of like, some of them are like, yeah, okay, do what you have to do to make your game. Like it's an indie company making it, so like they need their time. They want to make sure it's all polished off and finished. And then some people are like, oh, I don't want to wait longer. And then like Dylan even said like there were people sending out death threats to Hello Games
Yeah,
apparently.
it's just that's
Like
that's
makes
the
no sense.
stupidest fucking people in the world. Legitimately,
That's
if you
yep.
did
They're
that,
the one making the game for
if-
your
yeah,
enjoyment.
no, that's not even the point. The point of the matter is you are a fucking garbage piece of filth that just needs to go over the railings to a very far drop because you literally have no purpose in life.
That's a bit
Just
harsh, but,
abandon
They're a
everything you've
worthless
got.
piece of scum. No,
it's
no,
just
he's right.
No, it's
They're
bullshit.
scum.
These people
Yeah, the
are
death
making
threats,
a
yeah,
game.
you shouldn't
They're
ever go that
making
far.
a game that like they're an indie company, so it's like it started out as
Their
a small
heart,
group
soul,
of
their
guys.
life, everything is into
Yeah,
this.
making this thing, and then like they get kind of following. It's getting really big. It's getting too big almost for them to handle, but they're doing it. They're actually like they're setting a date and whatnot, and then when they look at it real time, and they're like, real talk, guys, right here in the boardroom, whatever. Do you think we can release this game at the current release thing and it will be okay? There will be good servers, everything will be fine, no like super day one updates, the game won't be broken. They came to the consensus, no, we need more time. They're gonna
Not
make
much
sure
more, but more.
that game is gonna be okay. They're trying to deliver. They're not trying to drop a piece of shit in your face. And then you're gonna smile and be like, oh, I'm so glad I paid $60 for this bullshit game that doesn't even
Play it
work.
for a week and then never play it again.
Yeah, no, and then you're like, you've got nothing going on with your life that you feel you need to send death threats. You are
Yeah,
saying
like, you can't
that
wait.
is, you need to be locked up, put away, and actually experience the fact that what you've done is a crime in some places. You've literally said,
In
if-
most places.
if I was in front of you right now, I would stab you or shoot you because you did not release this game. No, that's what they're saying. That's the death threat.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not saying
understand.
I would do that because that's dumb. I'm just saying.
I thought you were saying you would do that to the people sending death
no,
threats.
that's
No.
You shouldn't even go
hypocritical
that
as
far.
fuck.
It's just fucking like death threats.
Yeah. sorry.
But making a death threat, and it's like, are they making death threats, or is it just like
For
a
attention.
tweet saying "I hope you die"? And it's like,
Yeah, there's a difference. I mean,
There's- I
sure, they're
fucking-
still saying
like people
I
make
hope
up
you die,
like it's
but-
always like in any like internet drama, it's like, oh, such and such suffers death threats from people they've been arguing about with, and it's like, death threats is just fucking is a serious thing, but like a really serious death threat is someone that says like, send something to your fucking house, or
Yeah.
shows up to your
Yeah,
fucking house,
like-
or says, I know where you live
and it makes
this
you
place.
feel like you're in danger.
Or
Yeah.
like
Sleep
I know
with one
I
eye
know where
open.
you work, or I know where you're gonna. I know I'm looking for you, and I'm gonna fucking kill you. Like that's a fucking death threat. When people are just when it's just like tweets, like
I hope you guys
fuck
die.
you, get
Or
cancer,
I'm
I hope
going
you
to,
die,
yeah.
and stuff like this, like fucking, and people are just like that fucking pisses me because that's people just like fucking using that for an agenda, effectively.
That's
Most
true.
of the time,
Yeah.
it's like people just using it as an agenda, and like. Yeah, but I mean, in that case, in this case, it's not so much people using it for gender, but I do think it is probably people completely overreacting to
Not
the
that
thing.
easily.
I don't know if it's particularly going to be any different fucking hate than just the standard. Like,
Then-
if they're getting death
Oh.
threats, then like David Von der Haar is literally getting death threats
Yeah.
in his fucking sleep.
Well, that's the thing.
By
Oh,
the
like,
David
it's
Von
second.
Haar is used to it.
By the
Yeah,
second.
he's used to it, but didn't he come out and say like this is really impacted my life for the fact of like I can't tell
Yeah.
who's kidding, who's doing what, but literally it would be the same thing as if he was walking down the street and 5 out of 10 people were like, I want to kill you. Go get cancer.
Yeah.
Hope your family dies
Yeah.
tonight. Looking
Yeah,
at
people
you.
actually used to always say that
Hope your
to him.
daughter gets raped.
It's like
Yeah,
that's
what people actually.
amnesty is like, it's too big of a shield. Like, if I was running this shit and I No Man's Sky, and I like, if I was the guy to do that, and I was able to figure out the people who have sent death threats, good, like, serious or not very serious at all, I would permaban them from the game. It's like, nah, go fuck
But
yourself.
is that even possible?
I mean, the thing is, it would
Like
be
a banner IP.
yeah, you could ban their IP and like look up additional account info and whatnot and see if they have it all linked. It would be more hassle than it's worth, but it would send a message. It would literally be like, if you want to
Don't
sit
fuck
here,
with us.
no, it's don't fuck with us. It's smarten up. You wouldn't go up to somebody just because you didn't get your fucking cheese on your McDouble real fucking quick, and it's like took 5 minutes instead of 30 seconds. You're like, I fucking hate you. I want to watch you die in fucking goat blood tonight. It's like, no. Don't wish him a happy day with cancer.
It's such a problem because the fact is you know, it's like the people who are like spamming these things on Twitter, they're just fucking kids, most of them, and it's like it's just them being immature, and it's just them not understanding the repercussions of it and the seriousness of it, and it's just like, oh, it's just like fucking. We know plenty of people who would probably be the kind of people who would send those tweets.
Oh yeah, yeah we do.
Yep.
And the thing is it's shitty because like those people aren't like inherently shitty people.
It's because
They're
they know
just
there's no
fucking-
repercussions.
Yeah, and they don't. They know it doesn't. They know it doesn't matter. But the thing is it's that's the problem is whereas one person doing it doesn't really matter. And from your point of view, it's
Armies
just
of
you
people.
doing it. But from the other side of it, it's 3,000 people doing it, and that is hugely significant. But it's just shitty. It's just kids. I mean, and I know because I remember when I was a shitty little kid on the internet. I fucking just like browsing forums and stuff, and I wasn't like fucking telling people just to straight up fucking die. But you know, it's just
You would fuck with people.
people don't understand. Young people do not understand, and this is basically and back then the young people was like 12 or 13, and now the young people are like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting on Twitter and stuff, and it's like, Jesus wept.
Yep. No. Well, folks, we're gonna end on the. Does anybody have a lighter topic to end on?
To
I
end
hope
off
everyone
on.
listening to this dies.
That doesn't help, Mikey. That kind of goes
Didn't you have
against
to cut
everything we
something
just
out when I
talked
said something
about.
like that? Who did I say to die before?
Probably each of us, at least at one point.
Oh yeah, people who
in a
buy
podcast.
microtransactions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They're
but they're
Josh.
like, yeah, they're Josh's.
Subhuman.
So,
Yeah, I haven't dropped a dime in microtransactions in a long ass time.
Keep it that way.
You're a good boy.
and on that note,
I feel like we should get him a pin or something like that. That's like,
Like
and-
an
You're just
addict,
starved
like
every
an
month.
addict.
No,
No,
I-
like an addict. Like if a recovery from fucking
yeah, it's
like
90
you're in
days
rehab and shit like
clean.
that.
Yeah, like
Yep.
the chips. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
No,
like
I'm
it.
surpassed 90 days. I'm like a few months. Like I'm gonna say like 5-6 months, the minimum.
Radio. So,
Cool.
everybody say bye-bye. Everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, everybody.
Yeah.